Plaintiff Darnell Beal bought a computer from the defendant, but when he tried to return the faulty monitor, the defendant refused to take it back. Darnell claims he then called the police, at which point the defendant assaulted him, so he's suing. Defendant Tommy Kirk insists on the day of the incident, he checked out Darnell's computer and there was nothing wrong with it. Tommy claims Darnell instigated the altercation by being disruptive, threatening him, and charging at him. Therefore, he refuses to pay him anything.
Start with you.
Judge, I went into this man's store to return a monitor. I bought a computer from him earlier and for my kids, and so I went into his store when the monitor started acting up. Then he says he's not gonna take the monitor back, he's not gonna give me my money back, he's not gonna fix the monitor, and plus, get out of my store. I say, I ain't going nowhere. I got on my phone and called the police. Then he says, go sit down over here. So I'm sitting down and I'm talking on the phone to the police. They tell me to call the non-emergency.
You went to sit down for what purpose?
Because he told me to, unfortunately. Yeah. He was pretty much...
Well, he told you to get out and you didn't do that.
Well, I didn't, but unfortunately, I was sitting down there when he told me to waiting for the police. Then he comes in my face and says, I'm finna to you. And I'm like, wait a minute, what did I just get into? Now he does this 2 more times, which is the 3rd time. Then he comes to me, knocks the phone out my hand, knocked my glasses off, and then the phone flies on the floor, but he don't know I already called the police, because when he threatened me, that's a threat. So the police get on, but this guy got me in a headlock. They didn't get on yet. He has me in a headlock. He's not putting me out the store. This guy's trying to hurt me. So after that, I'm, and trying to pull out of his headlock, and I scraped my eye. My lip was busted, and plus I bit my tongue. Then he aggravated a groin injury. I'm like, ooh, what did I get into? I mean, it was just not good. So,
I guess you'll obey that first order next time.
Amen. So,
let's say you chose the wrong order to obey.
Pretty much, but I didn't think I was going there to get beat up. I thought I was just gonna get a monitor.
How did it end?
Actually, when he knocked the phone out of my hand, now my phone pops open.
I had you in the headlock last I knew.
Well, yeah, my apology. Yeah, I moved out of that. That's how I got the big tongue.
You pulled out of the headlock,
right,
and then
I seen he was braced up against the wall. I pulled him out, his legs out from under him. He falls, and we fall together. I'm holding him down. I didn't hit him, but I'm holding him down, and the police come on the line, and I just tell them, basically, this guy trying to kill me.
Okay. How did you get away? How did it end?
I got up when he said, let me up, so I'm backing away from him, watching him as I'm letting him up. Then, so after I back up, he starts like apologizing because he know the police on this way because I done told him the address. So when he starts to make the excuse, you supposed to be a Christian, you supposed to be do this, you supposed to be nice to people. I'm like, man, you jumped me. And so after that,
he knew you? He knew you from earlier? He knew your personal?
I always say God bless you to people, and I guess I mean it because I had to tell him that later.
All right.
So, yeah. But what happened when the police got there, he didn't realize while he was talking and trying to get out of it, saying, who you think they gonna believe? I had my recorder on. Unfortunately, my phone locked up, but my daughter heard it. She had to miss her graduation for this.
Today?
So, yeah, it's today. And so what happened after that, my groin injury got worse. I couldn't move, couldn't take over a friend's house, none of that. So this leg wasn't acting up as bad. That's why I didn't worry about it.
What do you have there you want to give me?
But it started later. I got a cortisone shot. Thanks, Doyle. You're my brother from
whatever
another
you have regarding what you've told me thus far. See, you're nice and polite. You said thanks to Doyle.
Amen.
Now, either you were polite to him as you are to Doyle,
yeah,
or he taught you how to be polite.
No, it wasn't that. No, because I was polite. Okay, I was polite because the police, when they came there, they said, "What do you want to do?" Because they heard the tape and everything, and they said, and I said, "No, I'm gonna let this brother go. I'm gonna leave him alone." And I stuck my hand out. He did not want to take it. My wife says I'm too nice. He then, because the police was there, he wait 5 seconds, then said, "Okay, take my hand." And then I say, "We can end this." He says, "Okay." But he wouldn't get my glasses back. And I called him, and he's supposed to send them in the mail. That was the agreement. I said, "This brother is too much. I'm going to have to take not the law in my own hands, but..."
No, you did right, bringing him to court. Thank you. Sir?
Okay, sum it all up. My first contact with him, he brought a computer. First of all, he was given a brand new Wi-Fi adapter. He came back because he didn't know how to connect the Wi-Fi adapter. He was trying to connect from a hotspot on his phone. So I showed him that the equipment all worked in my office. At that time, he came with a number of his children. I don't know who they are, would know them if I saw them. So that was encounter one. He was happy. He went about his business. This probably was 4 weeks prior to this second encounter. He calls me, as written in his report. He says that the monitor doesn't work. I advised him to bring it into the office, as he even admitted here in his civil suit. My policy, I've been in business 5 years, almost 6 years. Any complaint, bring it in, I check it out. I plugged this monitor in for 30...
And put him in a headlock? You say, no, that's not part of it. That's not part of his policy. Go ahead,
I plugged it in for 30 to 45 minutes. I determined it was not cutting off. He said it would not consistently stay on. I told him I would not replace it. And that's what got him upset. I asked him when he became disruptive. Well, I didn't ask him. I told him he needed to leave. He was being disruptive. He did not leave. He got loud. He got disrespectful. He got threatening. He got in my face, charged towards me. I put my hands up to prevent injury, to defend myself. We locked up. We fell on the floor. But prior to that, 911 was dispatched. It's all, here's the dispatch report from the, that's the actual dispatch of the 911 call.
State your name.
Hello, my name is Brianna.
All right, what are you graduating from, 8th grade?
Yep.
Okay, when you going back home?
I'm hoping tonight, if I don't get jumped again.
All right. Why don't we do this? I'm not sure who's going to win.
I have an idea. Look at that #1 paper. Because this man has not...
I'm talking to your daughter.
Oh, I apologize.
Who you thought more to come and get this money than for her to go to her graduation today. So if you win, you're going to get the money.
Amen.
Is that right?
That's right.
You heard your dad. He's going to give you all the money he receives if he wins. I don't know if he's going to win or not. And if he doesn't win, he's going to have to find enough money to give you a big graduation party with at least 20 people. Got me?
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Okay. You didn't
know that.
You didn't hear that. All right. So what do you want to tell me again? What happened?
Well, all I heard on the recording, I heard 3 people, the police, Tommy, and my dad. The police, they were just talking and yelling at it, screaming at each other. The police were trying to calm them down and everything, but both of them would not listen.
But you didn't hear who started the arguing?
No.
Did you hear someone saying, "Stop it," or "Get off of me," or?
No, I didn't hear that part. I just heard the police yelling while they were two talking at the same time.
Yelling at both of them?
Yeah.
All right. What is that you have, sir?
Mr. Bills, he used to have a pest control called Dino's Pest Control. He lost his license for a number of bad practices. So he makes his money by suing people, businesses and people. In the last 2 years, he got approximately 22 civil suits where he sued people.
Well, Hold on.
And here they all are here,
Yeah.
too, if you want to
Let's
get
see,
more
but it
detail.
appears that it's only about 5 different businesses or people. He's just sued them a few times.
Amen.
I
Unfortunately,
guess I'm going to be coming back then.
Sued the same people. Sir, he says you're so happy, and he...
actually, I'm not too happy. I own a business of my own. I'm an exterminator. And yeah, some people try to get out of the laws, but I know exactly what to do. I called the
Did you win
building
any of
inspector.
these? Did you win any of these?
Actually, I did. Yeah. Especially the one, I ain't gonna say names, but yeah, I have won quite a few. So I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
So you know how to file a lawsuit, huh?
Yeah, and the people
Have
I
you ever
sued.
been involved in violence? Have you observed any of these records that indicate he was engaged in a violent act?
Actually,
I didn't print any. I think he had 2 or 3 criminal cases. I didn't print any of them because this is a civil matter.
Yeah, but this is involving violence. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say, yes, I have called the police. I hate to say this, but my wife is like Hurricane Katrina. She do not play. I called the police on her because she was trying to hurt me. But my wife, she does not play.
Do you have any record of that?
I don't want any record of that. But I told you because, yes, I have called the police because she...
Well, were you able to show me something? Perhaps I could say, okay, this man is definitely not going to engage in any violence because he calls the police on his wife. But, sir, I don't know that to be the case.
Well, actually...
As much as you sued, you slick enough to say what you need to say to win.
No. One thing, I don't sue my wife. I never do that because I gotta go home. I gotta go home.
Mr. Bill sustained injuries to his head, which included his lip and his mouth and the right groin. Problem is, sir, he told you to leave and you wouldn't.
Okay.
So I don't know who was the aggressor, because if you were as peaceful as you're trying to make out to be, when a man says, leave my business, you would leave.
But when he had me in the headlock, he wasn't trying to take me out of the store.
No, that isn't the issue. The issue is you should have taken yourself out when this man turned hostile and said, leave my business. That's when you're supposed to leave.
You're right.
This man doesn't have, I don't see anything where he has a history of violence.
Would you look at number 1 on the sheet? Number 1.
You present your own evidence. Don't give me to work.
Okay, amen.
What do you want me to see?
What do you want to see?
You keep saying amen. Where you go to church?
I go New Hope Missionary Baptist.
What's
and
the
I've been
pastor's name?
Pastor Archie Ivy, and he teaches well. Okay?
The Bible say you're not supposed to sue. You suing 30 times.
The Bible don't say that. The Bible don't say that.
Something like that. It says something like that.
It encourages suing instead of fighting somebody.
What is it you showing me, sir? What is this?
Put an X on this page.
Tommy, he done this before. You'll look at number 1 on my complaint. He's actually been arrested a number of times.
Sir, you've been accused of battery before?
Yes.
How many times?
I done had a...
More than once?
Yeah, I done had a few...
Let's count 8.
I'm not going to read them all, sir,
Okay.
because you know these things that I'm looking at in your record.
Well,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are acts of 6. Come on, man. I don't even know why you came in here. You should have tried to settle something with him.
How many cases were I found guilty or charged with?
Okay, so all 6 they were wrong. Gotcha. Judgment for the plaintiff. You have a history, sir. $5,000 for the plaintiff.
May God bless him, and I thank him for this mistake he made. But, yeah, may God bless him. That'll be the last thing I say.